Well, hello there, you're watching the official Theme Park Fans YouTube channel, and welcome back to another video. So this video is my in-depth review of all the mazes, and obviously if you haven't seen the Scarefest vlog, go and check it out. I will leave a link for the vlog in the description below so you can go and check it out. And I did say in the vlog that I would, I promised you guys an in-depth review of all the mazes that I went in. So, before I start this video, I just, well, obviously it's been a week since I went to Scarefest, and also, I do want to apologise if I keep looking down on my iPad. It's because I've got my review on here, because like, when I talk, like, sometimes I do stop and think, but with this, I won't, like, you know, stop and talk. You get what I mean. Anyway, so here we go. The first maze that I'm going to review is the House of Monsters. I thoroughly enjoyed House of Monsters last year, and for the second year running, it didn't fail to impress me again. One of my favourite things about the House of Monsters is the bouncing soundtrack in the queue line, which I absolutely love. This is a really good feature for the House of Monsters. The scenes / shows are still the same from last year. However, the finale is very different from last year. Last year, the House of Monsters finale was a strome maze, but now the finale has some scare actors in and some colourful panels too. I really liked the finale this year in House of Monsters. Also, I felt like the finale of House of Monsters this year was longer than last year's. What I love about each section of House of Monsters is that each section is really interactive for young children, with the actors also adding in some jump scares. Wait, hang on, no, I read that wrong. With the actors also adding some jump scares in. The House of Monsters is a perfect family maze as it allows children to experience their first scare maze with plenty of interaction from the actors. The other good thing about having a family maze is that it's for children who are too old for Franklin's Freaky Fun Zone, but are too young to experience the likes of Subspecies and Autoville Minotaurs. My rating for House of Monsters is 7 out of 10. Next scare maze, Terror of the Towers. In previous years, Terror of the Towers disappointed me as I felt like the scares were weak, but this year it really impressed me. The scares were really good compared to previous years. There is only one change to Terror of the Towers, and that change is where the entrance to Terror of the Towers is located. Before, the entrance to Terror of the Towers was at the bottom of the steps in Her Ladyship's garden. Now the entrance to Terror of the Towers is now on the path to X Sector. If you are confused about which path I'm talking about, it's the one from the archway. If you walk down the archway past Hex and turn left, or if you're coming up from Mutiny Bay going past Battle Galleons and turning right instead of carrying on through the archway towards Hex and Fountain Square, then you'll know what I mean. It was nice to see that Terror of the Towers got a new entrance this year. As for the maze route, it was pretty much the same from the last 2 years. In the first 2 or 3 rooms, I felt like it was much darker than previous years, which is fantastic. Scare actors were coming out of nowhere scaring the group. Leading a group in Terror of the Towers is always fun, as you usually get lost and get called funny names by the scare actors. I got called a lot of funny names by the actors, and this is really good. If this will be Terror of the Towers' final year, then I'm pleased to say that in my opinion, it's going out with a bang. Like I mentioned before, the scares were great, and the first 2 or 3 rooms were completely filled with darkness. It will be sad if this is Terror of the Towers' final year, as it's a classic scare maze that has been in the park for 15 years, going back to when it was simply Terror of the Towers in 2002, and not Terror of the Towers, What Lies Within. Who knows? We might see a new and better scare maze if Alton Towers decide to scrap Terror of the Towers for Scarefest 2018. And my rating for Terror of the Towers this year is 8 out of 10. Now for the next scare maze, Subspecies. Ah yes, the scare maze that never disappoints. When Subspecies debuted at Scarefest 2015, I was amazed at how intense the actors were. They threw me around, separated me from my group, and the scares were top notch. Especially the chainsaw finale. Last year, although it was still good, Subspecies was my second favourite scare maze, as Autoville Minotaurs took my top spot for that year. However, Subspecies regained its place as my favourite scare maze this year. Even though I love Subspecies, I was so nervous while waiting for my first run through of the year. Then, out of nowhere, the doors to Subspecies opened and the actors grabbed me and pulled me through to the end games. In the first part of Subspecies, I felt the lack of actors, which was slightly disappointing, but halfway through was where the scares dialed up, and this was where I got separated from my dad. As I was following my dad, an actor got hold of me and pushed me to go back. Then I met him again and pushed me to go back to where I was originally going. Then we met again where, yep, you guessed it, he pushed me to go back. I thought this was absolutely fantastic acting, and I would love to see more of this the next time I go. There has been a change to Subspecies, and what this changes to Subspecies is the return of different endings. This is really good. For my first run through, I got the chainsaw ending, as I always do. I always get the chainsaw ending. I want the other ending. Overall, Subspecies didn't disappoint me one bit, and it was intense the whole way through. If I were you, I would highly recommend you go to Alton Towers for this Scarefest as soon as possible, as this could potentially be Subspecies' final year. Get yourself to Alton Towers and become part of the end games. My rating for Subspecies is 10 out of 10. The next scare maze, Altonville Mine Tours. Altonville Mine Tours was undoubtedly my favourite scare maze last year. The theming, the scares, it had it all. However, this year I was let down by Altonville. The lack of actors in the maze really let down the whole experience in my opinion. I will point out that the intro to Altonville is great and the actors all stay in character. In the maze was where I found the lack of actors. I think I only saw about 3 or 4 actors in the maze. Last year, one of Altonville's problems was the lack of a decent finale. However, this year, Altonville's finale was improved and I really liked the finale. My overall thoughts on Altonville Mine Tours is that it's still a good maze, don't get me wrong, with good detailed theming, however the lack of actors ruined it for me. My rating for, I almost said Subspecies then, Altonville Mine Tours is 7.5 out of 10. The next scare maze and the final scare maze is The Welcoming, Be Chosen. I didn't know what to expect on The Welcoming when I was waiting for it to open, but I was really excited for it. When you get batched into The Welcoming, you are given a blindfold hood which you will wear halfway through the maze. When I entered The Welcoming, I absolutely loved the incredible to detail theming. I must say, Towers put in an amazing effort for The Welcoming's theming. Now, were the scares good? I will say no, but the actors were very creepy. The actors were whispering some creepy stuff which I assume will be linked to SW8. Halfway through the maze, we put on our blindfold hoods and held onto a rope, much like in the Haunts of the Molly Crow. You either held onto a right-hand side rope or a left-hand side rope. I assume both ropes lead you to different ways, however I could be wrong. The finale to The Welcoming was really good, with Flame coming out next to an actor who was doing some sort of speech. The Welcoming is a really interesting idea for Alton Towers. I wouldn't necessarily call The Welcoming a scare maze, but more like a theatrical experience. However, don't let this put you off from experiencing The Welcoming. I definitely recommend that you experience The Welcoming. Will the Welcoming return next year? Maybe not, due to the fact that the Mutiny Bay Courtyard, where The Welcoming is currently located, will become a barbecue smokehouse next season. My rating for The Welcoming Be Chosen is 7.5 out of 10. So that's it, guys. That was my in-depth review of all the mazes. I hope you enjoyed it. I do apologise for looking down on my iPad a lot. It was to help me talk about what I thought of all mazes. Yes, I did include a House of Monsters in there, even though it's a family scare maze. Freak Show I didn't get to experience. If you don't know what Freak Show is, then Freak Show is a scare zone that runs along the path between Spinball Wizard and X Sector. However, I will be going back to Scarefest, I think next Saturday, and I'll try and experience it and I'll give you my thoughts. So, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new or you haven't yet. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below of the mazes. Which is your favourite? Which is your least favourite? I would love to know, so get commenting below. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. As always, our Facebook page link is in the description below, so go and check it out and give that a like. My next video, there'll be no video next week, basically. But I will be filming a vlog from Europa Park. Yes, I'm going to Europa Park next Thursday. So basically this Thursday coming up. I'll be going as part of a school trip. And it's really good because, like, if you've seen the vlogs from Park Asterix and Bellevard, that was me on a school trip as well on both of them, Park Asterix and Bellevard. So I'm going to be back at Europa Park, my favourite theme park, my favourite coaster. Oh, it's going to be perfect. Blue Fire. I can't wait to get back on that. But yeah, that'll be the next video. And I think that vlog, I'm trying to work out a good day. I think I'll try and get the Europa Park vlog out for, I'll say either next Saturday or next Sunday. It just depends. Anyway, that's it for another video. Thank you for watching Theme Park Fans. I'm Will Donahue. You've watched Theme Park Fans, and it's time to close the video down. Bye, guys.